Bootles in here saying the Gooners are happier than usual today. Cabello, man like stew.
Loads of vibes. Hey, it's been a good
Hey.
weekend, Michael.
Simpletons.
Oh, it's what we love. Yo.
Hey, don't get loud, you guys. We could go and lose to West Ham next weekend.
Hey, dude, just let
Hey,
me be happy.
why would you even speak like that?
John C being V
You,
sensible.
you're an Arsenal fan, my friend. You must remember the pain.
Arsenal won, Tottenham lost. What more could you ask for one weekend?
Guys,
I'm just gonna.
Raul Jimenez
Have a
just
goal in
scored.
the game, boys. A goal
Okay.
in the game.
There we go.
Raul Jimenez putting Wolves 1-0 up
Okay,
over Sheffield
lads.
United.
Let's get it running there.
I think
So,
what are we up with Stu and Kiff?
Well,
Letting us know
yeah.
who they are. The new members.
Stu and Kiff, introduce
Okay.
yourself, lads. Stu, take us away.
So, how's it, everyone? My name's Stu. I'm a big Arsenal fan. Luckily, last year I got to spend some time in the UK. Got to watch a few of their matches. Got to watch some Chelsea games too. So, grew more passionate about the sport last year, and hope that I can chuck my 2 cents in and have a few good comments here and there. Keen for it.
Hey.
Well done, boss.
Kiff, what you got to say for yourself, lad?
Hi everyone, my name's Kip. I'm a big Chelsea fan. I got into football probably when we were collecting match attacks and stuff in 2009, and
Oh, when Chelsea
pretty
started winning,
addicted.
makes sense, bro. Glory.
Coincidence? No.
It's just not true.
Okay, so starting off with the presentation, we've got the Sheffield United versus Wolves game happening right now at the moment. So on the screen now, on the stream, you'll see the live score that's going to be updated there throughout the stream. So, we'll have live scores being updated there. As you can see, 1-0 to Wolves.
Raul Jimenez for your fantasy guys. You have him in your fantasy side.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start it off with looking at these results from the weekend. So it's Arsenal 3, Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 1, Southampton 0, Liverpool 4, Leeds 3, West Ham 0, Newcastle 2, Tottenham 0, Everton 1, West Brom 0, Leicester 3, then Sheffield and Wolves now, and Brighton and Chelsea later. What we saying?
Good result if you're an Arsenal fan, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just on the games that we're not highlighting tonight, does anyone want to have anything to say there? The Crystal Palace game, the West Ham game, the Leicester game. Anything got some important points there? Vardy.
I reckon Crystal Palace are looking good.
Yeah.
Eze for Palace is going to be probably, I reckon, young player of the season, I think.
Damn.
Big statement. Very big statement.
Coming in hot already.
It's a wild card.
Coming in hot.
Sheesh.
No, I like.
So I was chatting to just on West Ham. I was chatting with a couple of the guys early in the week, and I thought, I personally think, I thought they're always going to be struggling for staying up this season, West Ham, and I think that's with all the internal issues that they're having and stuff, and the start that they have, they've got they've got 6 ridiculous fixtures in the next 6 game weeks, and they already lost the first.
If I remember from last week, we spoke about how they have the hardest start to the season out of all the teams. I think it was. Yeah,
I think they have literally 6 of the top 7 sides in the league last season, or top 8 in the league. And I'm making a shout now early, so you can play this back when it happens at the end of the season. But I think West Ham are gonna go down.
Going for the glory.
Leicester 3, West Brom 0.
Wolves are 2-0 up for anyone watching or wanting to know the score.
2-0 up.
And for fantasy again, it's Roman Saiz, that centre back.
Nice.
Yeah, skin.
Okay, then quickly
So
looking at
there's
Leicester, West Brom.
Here's my prediction of Sheffield hitting the bottom. I don't think they're going to have a good season. I'm still calling them to go down.
No,
6 minutes in, 2-0 down. That's my prediction of the season. Sheffield.
Their season, they were too comfy last year with their season. They know how to ball in the Prem now. They're staying.
And I reckon they made some good signings as well.
Yeah, I think
they've signed defenders. That's all they got on their team is defenders, and they're 2-0 down.
Now look at how the defenders are working for them.
They're 2-0 down. All they've got is defenders. Who would you take from that team up front? Musset, McGoldrick. Come on, you're not putting any of them.
Ollie McBurney's pretty decent.
I
And they signed
He
that
scored
West
like 4
Brom.
goals last season. Yeah, Callum Robinson, he's decent.
No,
He
no,
went
the other guy.
He went the other
Burke.
way. Ollie
He
Burke,
went-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
that
know.
Burge-
I'm still calling them to go down. All they've done, they've strengthened their defense, and that's where I thought they were the strongest. And I think Dean Henderson saved them a lot last season, so I'm still calling them to go down.
Okay, so then
And Leicester, West Brom?
Leicester 3, West Brom's 0. Typical Vardy, the Vardy show happening again, banking
But
some
he
goals
didn't even
there.
play that well. He
No,
really
they were
didn't even
just
play that
it
well.
was gifted points to the fantasy teams.
Yeah, it was. He didn't even play that well.
No, it wasn't a great game. To be
Yeah.
honest.
It wasn't a great at all. I think West Brom looked
But that-
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's much for them in the Prem.
There's nothing exciting about them. They up and downers. And I think Fulham are the same. Fulham remind me a lot of Norwich, like the way they came in last season. And they looked very comfortable on the ball, and they look decent, but they just, I don't know, there's something about them in the Premier League that doesn't like to mix.
Yeah.
Like Jason was saying in the last episode, they up and down
Yeah.
all the time.
And then
Yeah, first game against Arsenal, you can't tell much, but they look decent on the ball, so I think they'll be similar to Norwich.
okay, and finally before we move on to our highlighted games of this week that has gone past, just the Chelsea game later tonight against Brighton. What we're saying, I think it's definitely going to be a Chelsea dub.
What are we saying, Kif?
I think it'll
Let's
be
hear
a
from the.
I reckon
A tough
I think
game.
it's going to be lots of goals, to be honest. I think Brighton might score a few as well, but it'll be Chelsea are going to win,
I also
definitely.
think
I think that
Chelsea
might be
will
the-
take
I think
it.
that might- I think that might be the story of the season.
No,
Lots of goals from both ways. Woo.
Oding,
No,
some score predictions.
I'm backing our boys. I'm backing our defense. You know, I think Thiago Silva's gonna add a lot of that age to the back line that we need. You know, and that experience. I definitely think that he's gonna help. As we needs help back there.
We thought that with David Luiz, and we all know how that turned out.
No, but you see, we
I
warned you
see.
with David
I also
Luiz. The
worry-
Chelsea players warned you with David Luiz. You
Let
guys
people
just
sleep
didn't
on
listen.
David Luiz. Let them sleep.
Yeah, yeah,
He's been so good for us post lockdown. He's been so good.
Yeah,
for us.
he had one bad game.
Since that City
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, since that City game when he.
But that was just unfortunate.
No, that was classic David Luiz. He's decent. That's the thing. He's so good, and then you have a game like that, and then everyone just like,
Exactly.
nah, this guy.
That
this
was
guy.
also a
But I think Thiago Silva will be good for you guys. I think it's
I
always
think
good
it's
to
a
have
good
a senior
Yeah,
defender. In
I
this.
just think
I just-
we need a bit
I
more
don't think
age in
he'll
that
fix
back
your
line.
defense though. I don't think he'll fix your defense, but he's definitely a good acquisition to have.
No,
No,
I
I
don't
think-
think so. But
Yeah.
also, if you sign him for
Chelsea-
free, not much can go wrong, to be honest.
and
Yeah, I can't go wrong except
Exactly,
for the
yeah.
fact that you're paying him like 350k a week.
sure.
Yeah, but,
But what?
When you've got that
When
Russian
you've got
money,
that
boy,
money,
there's
it's
no
fine.
problem.
everyone's become obsessed with wages all of a sudden. Eh? No one used to care about them, and now
Oh
everyone.
no, they cared. They cared with
Come
Ozil.
on.
They all cared with
Who's the
Ozil.
boys
What do you mean
cared
no one
about
cares, bruh?
Who's the boys cared about wages?
No,
I just like, yeah, it's fine. Let Madrid pay Bale 600k a week to do nothing. That's okay. We like that.
Yes.
But then with
That's
all the
fine.
problems in the world, and we must be okay. It's fine. Come on, keep.
Yeah, but it's the same. What's like £250,000 a week? If that's what he's getting, I mean, it's like a small transfer fee if he was getting paid nothing.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
you add it up.
Yeah, but then don't say you
It's
got it
not
for free,
ridiculous.
because then you putting a transfer fee.
You know what he meant, man. It was a free transfer. We got Thiago
Yeah.
Silva on a free transfer. If he botches, it's fine. We got him for free. Of course, you're gonna have to pay him a salary. He's not gonna play for Chelsea for free, just like for chips, you know.
Hey, but
Hey, the Chelsea boys are feeling good. They've got some backup today in the chat.
Yeah, dude. Imagine running your mouth for so long losing to Brighton.
No, guys, I'm
Yeah,
just saying
imagine.
that I think that Thiago Silva's
I
a step
think
in
it's
the
good.
right.
Yeah, it's
No, but I
different
don't
directions.
think
You
Chelsea will
can't-
lose it, if I'm being so honest.
I don't know, bro.
Nah, dude. They won't.
I
Trust.
just
They
worry it's too much change too soon. So I think
I
tonight will
think it's
be
fine.
very, very
Yeah.
interesting.
But there are a few injuries though, so it's not like they're
Yeah.
all coming in at once, which is
Yeah.
not too
True.
bad.
True.
But
Yeah.
But I
no,
do think we
I
signed
think
like
it's going to be a 1-1 draw, in my opinion.
Nah,
No
dude, I think
way,
Bruno's gonna
dude.
be a big.
If it's a 1-1 draw,
Stu's
dude,
right, I reckon.
then something is
That'll be
definitely
such-
something
that'll
is
be such a
definitely
good
happening
meme.
there. If it is a 1-1 draw, yo,
That'll be
way.
such a good meme. If they do draw, that'll be such a good meme. Michael's like, yeah, no, 1-1, and Jason's like, no way.
Chris
Okay, what are
Slater
we
in the
saying?
chat.
Future matches.
Chris Slater in the chat here saying that we must give Chelsea a few weeks, and I completely agree with him. You know, Rome wasn't built
Yeah,
in
I
a
think
day. Yeah, that's all that I'm saying.
But
Rome
Chelsea
wasn't
was.
built in a day.
But Chelsea won.
Chelsea really wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. I think you guys are just making excuses because you're scared of the team that we could possibly be fielding, and that's that.
No, that's true. That's probably true as well. That's probably
Yes.
true.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Chelsea was built. Chelsea
And I'm
was
not
built
gonna
the day
feel
Roman
guilty
walked through the
either.
doors.
Yeah, as a
Okay.
fan, you can't feel guilty. You just take it as it comes, bro.
Yo,
Okay,
but
so
if you
should we
lose,
move on to these highlighted matches, lads, from the weekend that
Yeah,
have
chat.
gone by?
Do we have to?
please go.
Okay, so
Who's going to start
highlighted,
with Spurs?
our highlighted matches are the Fulham Arsenal game, Liverpool Leeds, Tottenham Everton, and yeah, sorry Stu, I've put the Arsenal and Fulham game first. So
It's okay.
you can take us away with that one first though.
Fulham Arsenal.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed with Arsenal. Willian, obviously, unbelievable dream debut. People will always sort of hate on him a bit because he's old and stuff, but I think he just silenced anyone who doubted him. My worry with Willian is that he'll be a bit inconsistent. So I think he brought a lot on the weekend, and I just hope he can do that consistently. But yeah, I think Arsenal looked in control of the game. I think I didn't really doubt us losing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm glad you spoke on Willian because I've got some stats on the screen here. It says Willian on his Arsenal debut, pass completion 96.2%, passes completed 25, touches 37, possession gained 5, assists 3, and 2 shots. That's the plain and simple.
Dream
Well,
debut.
yeah, dream debut for the club.
Arsenal won debut.
I think he hasn't been brought in to start every weekend. I think most Arsenal fans would prefer to see Pepe start. But what he does bring is a lot of versatility for us where we need it. So he can play anywhere basically. He can play as a cam if we want, and he fits it into Arteta's side really really well.
Yeah. Look, coming from a Chelsea fan, I won't lie to you. I'm really sad that I'm not going to be seeing this guy playing for us week in and week out because I won't lie. I really do think he's a talented player.
as well.
And what he offers for every team that he's playing in, and I actually hope he has a good season with Arsenal because, yeah, he's a really good
He's not
player
really
for
someone you
Chelsea.
can hate, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he wasn't. He didn't leave
I
on
think
bad terms. It was just,
almost like
As
no,
a Spurs fan, you can.
but he's also by Chelsea fans just on Twitter and stuff. Like he's been the most disrespected player I've ever seen. to be
Yeah.
honest. Like
every
it's insane.
player at Chelsea.
Like he's a very good player. No,
Chelsea
but
fans
Willian
are the
especially,
worst.
like there's this weird culture of hating
At the
Willian
start
for
of
no
last
reason.
season,
Yeah.
it was so bad at the start of last
I
season.
agree with you, Kuf.
Like,
Especially when
Every
we
fan hated him.
Yeah, when we let go of him, there were fans that were saying, "Thank you, Arsenal, for taking Willian. We didn't want him." And I'm just here sitting like, guys, we really do want this guy. He's doing the bits for us on the field. Like, we really do want this
Yeah.
guy.
Like he was genuinely our player of the season. He was a contender. Like he had
Yeah,
the
he was
highest
very-
average
very
match
good for you
rating over
guys.
the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think
Especially
speaking
after
about
the lockdown.
Jason, speaking
Yeah.
about those passes and stuff. I was looking at those passes. Obviously, 25 passes isn't much. He did come off whenever 65 minutes or so, 70 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys saw that stat about Gabriel. Obviously, he's still very young. Like people must chill as well. They must stop putting this this nonsense out there. He's still super young, and he wasn't actually meant to play yesterday. David Luiz, Saturday. Sorry, he was meant to. David Luiz would obviously start ahead of him at the moment. Arteta just trying to integrate him, but he had most passes in the Arsenal shirt yesterday. I think we made like 660 passes as a team or something like that, and he made like 120 of them. So
Is this Gabriel?
yeah, yeah.
And
So
to
he
add
was
a
really
goal,
good.
and to add a goal on top of that is also a world-class
His
debut.
debut as a
Yeah.
defender.
Yeah,
So many
good for his
debut-
confidence.
So many
Yeah.
debut goals this weekend. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wilson, Hendrick.
Yeah.
I think those are two good signings for Newcastle. I know we've gone past that, but that's two very good signings for Newcastle.
But as well, even with Lacazette's goal, I was watching the highlights again before we went live, and Lacazette has scored goals like that before. That's clear and set out game tactics and coaching. So I definitely do think Arteta's finally finding his feet. Like I've been saying that I think Arteta just needs to find his feet, and once he's found them, he'll be doing very well.
Yeah, I think it's a stretch for Arsenal fans to be like, oh yeah, we're winning the league and stuff. Like that's very
No,
very
I
far-fetched.
just think that you guys are doing a lot better than you were at this
Yeah.
at this
No,
stage of the
it's
season.
just exciting.
Your first game.
Yeah, it's just exciting
Arteta's
to see
definitely
like
taking in the right direction.
yeah, it's exciting to see some sort of like change and like movement and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we have like a set plan. Like, you know
Tactically,
what-
we could never break down a small team against Aston Villa. Like Arteta's style of play usually works when we play against bigger teams. That's why we did City so dirty. Liverpool, we pulled up clutch. But playing a team like
Chelsea.
Aston Villa, we
Don't
should
forget
have had
Chelsea. Don't forget Chelsea. Don't forget Chelsea.
Yeah. forget
No.
about it.
You know, for me, I think the biggest change I've noticed with Arteta is like that the sort of attitude change I've noticed. You know,
Yeah, I
Arsenal
agree.
under Emery would go a goal down and drop our heads like instantly. Arteta, I think, has got them genuinely believing. I think it's very noticeable in the way that they're playing.
Like playing for Arteta.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
also
agree.
after sacking Wenger, like everyone thought it was gonna like boost straight away, and Emery just didn't take it anyway. Like he just like he didn't improve the club dynamic. He didn't like bring anything. So I think that's why this Arteta thing is very good for Arsenal as well. Because like you went through the last few years of Wenger were rough, and then you brought in Emery, and like everyone got their hopes up then, and like he started okay, but he just then dwindled. Like it was so bad at the end. So I think that's why this Arteta thing is a lot like it must feel good as an Arsenal fan as well. Like getting your identity back in a way, which is nice for you guys.
Okay,
It's a
Mikey,
process though.
On that note, let's take us away back to that Leeds and to the Leeds Liverpool game that happened this weekend. All I can say is wow.
Premier
What a-
League football.
What a game.
What a game.
What a game.
Did we not say last week we said Leeds
Can we
this
put it on the
game is
game?
not going to be an easy game for Liverpool.
This
We said
this result does not reflect Leeds' performance. I'm telling you.
In all honesty,
Honestly.
for me, that game, a draw was a fair result, or Leeds should have tipped it. Like for me,
Yeah.
especially given the fact that Leeds were this championship side, like coming up, they had a lot of hype around them, so it wasn't an easy game for them. Like everyone was expecting a lot from them, and the fact that they came up and they pitched and they played, they didn't care who they were playing. They literally came and like this is how we play football. We're gonna show the Premier League how we play football.
Yeah.
And they came in and they just did their stuff.
And
And
they
they
showed.
they looked so dangerous on the ball. Like that game was so. I've never seen an open game of football like that. Like both teams just wanted to attack. Like it was for the neutral. It was so good to watch.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
yo, I
fucking
haven't
That
seen
was that was the great part. It's so
against
often you'll see a little team.
Liverpool won the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
so often you'll see a little team just sit back and let Liverpool do their attacking and then just try counter. But the fact that Leeds like took it to Liverpool just made it so exciting, and Liverpool were caught off guard.
I just want to throw out a stat there. Virgil van Dijk is the outfield player that's had the most errors leading to goal in the Premier League so far this season. Just thought I'd throw it out there for Liverpool fans.
But not even. I think in the last. I think it was. I don't know how long it was. Like 6 months or I don't know, saw a stat. But he's made the most errors leading to goal for a Premier League player because he made 2 at the end of last season, I think. And he
I
was
saw
really
that
one
as
this
well.
season.
Yeah, I
So
saw
it's
that.
like for me, he's crazy good. Like he's still phenomenal. But for me, it's just there's such a complacency at that club right now. I think they'll get
Michael's gonna make people cry again.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
we
there
go.
is something missing at Liverpool. Like
For-
they should
for
be
me,
giving people.
It's for me. It's through the whole club. Like I know what it's like. I know what it's like to not sign players and go from finishing second in the Premier League, not signing everyone. Everyone thinks you're fine. Finishing fourth, everyone thinks it's fine. the season we had last season. And for me, Liverpool, the only two players they've signed is Minamino and Tsimikas since they won the Champions League. And for me, winning the Champions League, then winning the Premier League, the club should have the most pull almost in Europe. When winning the Champions League, the only player they could sign was Minamino.
And I think they do have that pull. I think they do have the pull, but Klopp, because I feel like they're so exactly. They're complacent about the fact that like we've got the squad, we like Champions League champions, Premier League champions back to back. We've got the squad. This is the best squad in the world. Like there we go, it's done, kind of thing. And there's players in that team that I can't stand. Like I literally can't stand some players in that side.
Yeah.
They're just so complacent and arrogant. Like they are so good. Starting 11 on paper, player for player, they do have one of the best squads like in Europe. You can't deny that. But just the way they're going about stuff, it's complacence.
They didn't look like champion defenders.
Okay, you're starting 11 good, but as soon as you pick up 2 injuries, like the team dynamic changes so much. That's my whole thing. And like they won the league and won the Champions League, they can come in and throw all the stats they want at me. But for me, it just shows complacency throughout the whole club structure.
Yeah, I think they've been very lucky with injuries as well these past few seasons.
Yeah, I agree.
So
like haven't got any long term.
Like if you take like Mane or Salah out that side, it's completely different.
If Mane, two of Mane, Alexander-Arnold and Van Dijk get injured. If Van Dijk gets injured, who do they play at centre back? They've got Joe Gomez and who do they play there? Matip,
but Gomez is...
I think Matip's better than Joe Gomez.
Yeah, way better.
Joe Gomez is so overrated.
He's the pits for me, bro. Don't even get me started on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Homies were comparing Gomez to Mustafi. That's how poor been of late.
Bro, that about
I think anyone playing next to Van Dijk looks okay,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because he's so good.
But those Alexander-Arnold stats is from the weekend. Let me see if I can find them.
They're so bad. Oh my goodness.
Disaster class. Yo, I was shocked, bro.
How many years in a row is it that Salah's performed on opening match for the Premier League?
I think it was 4 years. I think it's
Captain, my captain.
4 years in a row, Salah's opened the scoring.
2 penalties and a banger cake, banger
that goal was
kind of.
It was
I
think
heat.
Just gave it and it went just before hitting the post. So I think it was kind of lucky. But 2 penalties and that, what a lackluster hat trick. Like as far as hat
tricks go, like even Vardy scoring a brace, 2 pens. Like his goal record's like crazy. He's very good. Like his goal record's up there with Drogba. I think he's got to how many goals? 45 games faster than Drogba. But
no, but I read that's nonsense because he's played more minutes than him apparently.
Yeah,
and that's what really counts.
I found these.
I know Vardy should be
61% pass accuracy, 3 out of 10 crosses accurate, 3 out of 9 long balls accurate, dribbled past 3 times, 0 tackles made, 0 dribble attempts, 0 chances created.
Who is this?
Lost possession 25 times. Trent.
Yeah.
No ways.
Like,
what I saw, someone said that he's the most underrated, overrated player or something. I don't know what the wording was.
Yeah. Mad facts. Mad facts.
Well, is that right? The most underrated, overrated player. Like he's.
I don't understand.
I feel like he's very hyped, but he's still very good. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. So he's a good player, but the hype that he's getting for how good he is isn't what he deserves. He deserves hype, but not as much as he's getting. Is basically what everyone's trying to say.
Yeah. No, he's very good, but when I saw those stats and I saw the Van Dijk stats, it's just like it was just crazy to see for me. Like,
yeah,
because that Liverpool team is also good, and they just always find a way to win. That's the thing.
They're putting Trent on a level above where he is. In terms of how much they're hyping.
We're about to get excited that Liverpool drew. Then I was like, wait for Mane 89 minutes. Then it was a Salah penalty 88 minutes. But
Obviously.
still, you always know it's coming with Liverpool. Like,
yeah. That's why I still think, and you guys are gonna hate on me, if they can this first 5 fixtures for me, I'll be able to tell you from my side if I still think that my prediction from last episode was right. Because if they can do what they did last season and scrape results like they did last week, and still scrape results and still get results that like consistently every weekend, where as a team like Arsenal or City or even a Chelsea, if they're playing against a lead side like that, they go and lose it or they draw the game 3-3. That's why I think if they can scrape and through these first 5 fixtures, which are a bit tough for them, if they can do the same thing that they did last season, I still think Liverpool win the league.
But this Leeds game was so close, hey? Like, if not for the pens, then Leeds would
Dude,
have
that's
had
what I'm
it.
saying. It was a mistake handball. A mistake handball won Liverpool the game. Got them that pen to get
And
them
that,
that
I
extra
don't
goal.
think it's likely that that's going to happen every weekend.
Had a deep
But I think
start to
that's-
that Premier League, bro.
I think that's mainly credit to Leeds, not the fault of Liverpool. I think it's mainly the Leeds just coming in with fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came so. Yo,
They look
they're making me scared. Like, if we play Leeds, yo.
The
Yeah, I'm gonna be shaking.
the underdog coming in hot, and they proved it.
Yeah, they're so hot.
Yeah,
Them and Everton.
I hope they're
Very,
living
very
up
hot.
to their. I hope they live up to their hype that we've given them for the season. I just feel
Yeah,
like
they've just gotta-
everyone
they've
loves
gotta
Leeds.
maintain.
Everyone loves Leeds. I just want them to have a good season for their sake. You know.
Everyone except United fans. United
But yeah,
fans don't
Leeds
like.
are like a huge
Typical.
club as well.
Yeah, they're big, bro.
So they definitely, in a few years, I think they're going to be up where they were, like early 2000s or late 90s or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I think Bielsa is like
Yeah,
one of the
it's
best
dependent
managers
on
in the
him
world.
though, because he only signed a 1-year contract.
A 1-year contract extension, yeah.
Because he doesn't stay.
But you
like
can see it
he
going
doesn't
on
stay around
for a few
long.
years.
Yeah, but he doesn't stay around for long, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. But
They
I
can
think
carry the
they
momentum with
they had to
without
sign
him.
him. Yeah.
Okay, what are we saying, Jason?
Okay, so let's move on to this game. Yo, Mark, I'm sorry, dude. Your time has come. This Tottenham Everton
Please,
game.
can we go? Please.
I saw Cabello's comment earlier. But don't let Leeds distract you from the fact that Spurs are currently 16. I did enjoy.
Oh my
I enjoyed
word.
that comment from KP.
That's a bit extreme. That's like the first game.
I saw a photo.
Camilo.
There's a photo that said Arsenal on top of the log is a bit like an elephant up a tree. Nobody knows how it got there, but we know that it's not staying there for long.
That's good.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, dude, it's cozy up here.
Okay,
Michael,
Mark,
let us
walk
know.
us through your Tottenham Everton display.
I think personally for me, the first half we actually looked pretty good. Like I was very happy with the first half display. I think Everton did have a lot of the ball in the first half, but they didn't create a lot of chances at all. Like Ben Davies gave the ball away, which put Richarlison through. And okay, we don't want to shame poor Richarlison. We don't want to speak about him. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, that miss was.
He
that
had
miss was
no
shocking.
yet.
And-
Bro,
but I think
shift.
other than that, they didn't really threaten much in the first half. It was just their mistake, and we had 2 good chances. Pickford pulled off the 2 blinders from Dele, made a good save, and then Doherty, the one that Kane flicked over the top, which no other striker in the Premier League can play that ball, but we won't go into that.
Yeah, that's a good ball though.
So, yeah,
Dude,
so
I reckon the defensive striker could do it.
you reckon?
I reckon.
That missed as well. There's another complacency for you. That guy missed so many chances. It's just okay, but we're on another game now.
Yeah, come on.
But-
Focus on your team here.
But yeah, I think we had 2 good chances to go into the lead in the first half, and I think if we'd scored the first goal, we would have put the game to bed. But I think Jose got it tactically wrong. For me, that halftime change was just it is so bad. Like
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
even
why
know-
Dele kicked it.
Like Dele wasn't great, but he wasn't bad either, and he just occupies different spaces. Like for me, putting Sissoko, Højbjerg, and Winks in midfield is like it's just a nothing midfield.
It's like playing a Fellaini, Matic, Herrera kind of vibe with
Yeah,
United.
yeah.
It's like it'll just we're never going to create anything for me in that situation. So I think Jose got it very wrong. Like if he thought Dele was having a bad game, he should have brought on Lamela or Ndombele or Bergwijn or someone to occupy those spaces, because it just killed like there was no link up between our attack and our midfield and attack. So it was just we had nothing going. I think Everton's goal was a really good set piece.
Yeah. Off that free kick.
Richarlison had
that
a
he did.
few huffs and puffs, but other than that, like James looked really good on the ball, but they didn't
Yo,
like
he
threaten.
looks
Like
so good.
I never felt threatened by them, but
I think all three of their
yeah.
signings did
No,
really well. I
Yo.
think
I think it was
Alan
very
is.
I
good.
saw.
I think Alan is quality, bro.
So James
Yeah.
Rodriguez, he created 5 chances, I think it was, and Alexis Sanchez is the only player on debut to do the same, I think, in the last.
Okay.
James looked in the first half he was crazy good. I think second half he was a bit lost, but that
Must
that
have
very-
soft display-
He's very cozy. He's very cozy on the ball. Like he's
Yo,
very,
Mark,
very cozy.
from
yeah.
Yeah, you
this
can tell he's
this
quality
game,
just
all
by
all that
how he takes the ball up.
I got so happy when I saw my boy Dele Ali coming to tee up his shot there. Yo, I was just hoping he was gonna stick it in the back of the net, dude.
But
When
that
I
was a
saw-
flipping good save by Pickford.
Yo.
That was such.
I was so
Nah, he came
disappointed.
through. That should have been a goal.
I started getting feelings inside of me when I saw Dele Ali teeing it up, about to stick it into the top bins, dude. Yo, I haven't seen that in a while. I
But
want to
if-
see that.
yeah.
I
If
want
I
to
was
see
Son,
that.
I would have given it to Kane, to be honest.
Yeah, but both defenders went with Kane. That's the thing. So left Dele. That's why Dele got the shot off. It was just a good save by Pickford. I think Son
Yeah.
could have rolled Kane in, but he would have had to roll it between the two defenders. He held on for a second longer, and I think if he had rolled it too far wide, it would have been a waste opportunity. So Kane drew the
Yeah.
two defenders, and he rolled it into Dele. I think it was a good ball. Obviously, Kane was pissed off because he wanted it. but
Mark, we got a
I think
question
it
here
was
for
the
you.
right ball. Yeah.
From King Gaza saying, don't you think your starting right wing could play centre attacking mid for Spurs?
I think Mora can play on the bench, mate. For me, Højbjerg and Mora had. For me, the thing was with Mora. Mora was very good after lockdown. But he was playing defensively. He was breaking play down, and he was turning the ball over. But for me, if he's gonna play right wing, it's a wasted player for me. I'd rather have Bergwijn there, who you know is gonna create chances for you, and just like Bergwijn's so much more comfortable. For me, Bergwijn is a similar player I was speaking to John earlier, into what Willian can do, or he's doing at Arsenal, where he plays out wide, but he can always drift into the middle, and he can create chances from the middle. So I think, I don't know. I think Jose just got it tactically very wrong for me, but I guess he knows more about tactics than I do, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But for me, he got it wrong.
Michael, do you think Tottenham need a new left back? Like, I don't think Ben Davies is
Personally,
attacking wise. He's not up to standard.
I like Ben Davies. Depends on what we want him to do. For me, with Serge Aurier, when we had Serge Aurier, he could never go forward because you always had to have him back defensively. I think he got in quite a few decent balls. He whips in like a hanging ball, which if we got Kane on the pitch, I think he's fine. If Kane's injured, I don't think, because Davies whips it from quite deep and he gets a hanging cross. I don't know if you remember that goal Kane scored against Arsenal when Davies whipped it in and Kane lobbed it towards the far post. So I think Davies gets in crosses like that, but with Aurier, he was never allowed to get forward. But for me, if someone offered me like a Reguilon or a more attacking left back, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
But for me, I'd still
So
rather
I
we played
just
a
think-
back. I'd still rather we played a back three with
Yeah.
Sessegnon playing left wing back and Doherty playing right wing back.
I was just about to say.
You need Doherty in the
For
wing
me,
back
that's-
position. He just creates too much in that right wing back position to not play him in it. Like
And-
what we
and
saw,
then
what we
we
saw,
have-
him, what we saw him providing for Wolves in the season last year. His assists, goals, even coming from that run down the wing. It's just something that
Yeah, that
has
back
to be
post.
given. Doherty
And
on
the
the
thing
right
is-
wing run.
Yeah, and we have the squad to play a back three as well. It's not like we're short of
Exactly.
For me, it would actually suit. For me, it would suit the squad better to play a back three because Sessegnon, then we can play as a left wing back because I don't think he's physical and developed enough to play as a left back, and I don't see him playing as a left wing for us at the moment with the players we've got. So for me, I'd like to play a back three with Doherty and Sessegnon as wing backs, and then you've got options like if you want to play a left-footed centre back, you can play Davies at centre back. He's played there at left centre back. He's played there for Wales, and we've got Sanchez, Dyer, Vertonghen. Alderweireld. So for me, we've got the options to do that. So I'd prefer if we played that, but I don't know. Interesting to see what happens.
Okay, thanks, Mark. So lads, we're gonna move on to something a little bit fun here, which is our FIFA 21 ratings and our take on them. We're doing this tier list again, what we did last time. I know we have a lot to say about this, so let's get it underway. I'm not sure if you guys
We have
have
a
the
squiz.
have the link there.
Where's that link?
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you guys.
Yeah,
Make
please
sure you
do.
turn your mics off, lads.
Okay, just while you guys are loading that up, I'll start reading them off and we can have our says on them. So I've got 3 rows here. I've basically got a top row which says that the players rated too low, the middle row which says that they rated just perfect, and then bottom row which means that they're too high and they should be dropped down lower. So I think we should start off here with 89 rated Aguero.
Aye. For
I
me,
think
That's quite.
for me,
personally-
looking at other strikers, I think.
yeah,
they
I was just about to say,
overpowered.
the way, for me, you have to be a consistent striker throughout the year, and the fact that he's been given like Sané's, I don't know what Sané's 85, I think this year, but he had that injury and his rating
No
like
game
was
time.
still yeah. And Aguero, I mean, as much as he is quality, and we all know that he is really quality. I mean, if you got it, it's gonna come later. But if you've got Aubameyang as an 87 rated striker, I don't think Aguero is 2 striker better than him. To be fair, to be honest, in my opinion. But I don't know. Whatever.
But I think Aguero should be rated 89. He still
Ah,
delivered on the fact
think
that
so
he
too.
got
I think so
injured.
as well.
Managed
I
to
think
drink
Aguero
the
is
season.
definitely
He
an
scores
89.
goals. all
Yeah,
the
no,
time,
I
even
think
though
I
he's
think I
injured
think it
half
needs to
the
be the
season.
same. I think it needs to be the same, like the middle tier there, perfect. But I think compared to other strikers, they've got a little bit of favoritism going on there.
So the
Yeah,
other
facts.
yeah. Comparing to other strikers, it's not right. But I think for
Yeah.
what Aguero offers for us, I think 89 is a good rating for him. Okay. Also, one that was also very controversial, which was Hazard, rated 88, coming off a season with hardly any game time.
Right.
I'm gonna say it's too high, guys. I just see Hazard
I
as being an 85 maybe for the season, just with no
Yo,
game
that's steep,
time.
eh?
Yeah,
That's a
especially
steep drop.
since he's
From
been
what?
playing at Madrid.
Kif, what was he
Yeah,
there
I don't
last
agree
last
with
year?
that
91. He was
It was
91
like
rated.
91.
It's
I
91, and
know
now
he
what?
had a shocking season.
I just feel like him
But,
and
I mean-
Sané had pretty similar seasons last season, and I mean, if you're gonna give Sané an 85, how could you not do the same for Hazard, considering that they had pretty
Yeah,
similar
but
game
Sané
Hazard was-
wasn't
Hazard-
like third best player in the world for a good 2 years. You know, like Hazard's been a level above most people for like
Yeah,
a while.
but-
you know, he
but-
doesn't
You just have to
deserve
remember that these
to be
ratings are on their
85.
last season. It's not. You're not putting
Yeah.
their career into. It's on their last season. So I think an 88 the Hazard is too high in my eyes. I don't know. We'll go with majority, but what does everyone else
But
say?
he is
Is
still
that
Hazard.
I think
a
it's
bad
too
word?
high.
Is that a bad
He's
word
still,
about
he's
Hazard?
still Eden Hazard.
Not Hazard.
Is that a bad word about Eden Hazard coming out of a Chelsea fan's mouth? I never thought I'd see the day.
No,
I never
dude,
thought I'd see the
we're speaking about FIFA ratings here, John T. Let's not get political here. We're speaking about FIFA
I'm
ratings.
gonna go back. I think Hazard 88 is chilled. I think it's chilled.
Personally, too
He's
high.
still Hazard, gents. Come on. He's still Hazard.
He's not like a different person, you know. He's still Eden
Yeah,
Hazard.
he
He's
hasn't
still,
played, so 88 the inch drop, but he's still Hazard.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this
How many goals
like
did
you
he score
can't be
last
telling
season?
me Ronaldo is
One-
91
one
rated
goal.
last season.
One goal. Damn.
Okay, I'll put Hazard in perfect. I just think because of his last season,
Yo.
because of his injuries, I just don't think that he's an 88 FIFA
Man, how
player.
can you sign with such hype and score one goal in the Real Madrid side?
Injury. What can you do if you get injured? It's
I don't
not
care
his
if you got
fault.
injured. I don't care if he got injured. My boy Iwobi scored more goals in that last season, and he was also injured half the time. Come on.
So
Okay.
who's actually saying that the rating's
You're
perfect?
bringing you up into this. Ha.
I think it's maybe one too high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think
We have
Hazard
more
is
votes.
Maybe
better.
last
Maybe I'm
season.
being like.
more votes for too high at the moment, so it seems
I
like
think
we're
it
gonna have
should
to
be
drop him
higher,
down.
to be honest. Maybe I'm
You
being
can't-
stupidly
You
biased,
can't. You
but I
can't. You
think-
can't listen to Kif. You can't listen to
Yeah.
Kif. Kif would have.
It
Kif would have
shouldn't be higher.
Hazard's,
So you telling me
Kif would have Hazard's children if he offered them to him. So it's Kif.
No, but-
Don't listen to him.
You know,
Okay.
you don't play like Hazard does and then get someone telling it's going to be 85. Like, surely, for the past, like, 5 seasons.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
facts.
80, maybe
Because
86, 87.
But that's the
Hazard
thing.
has full-
I'm saying it's not.
That's the
It's
thing,
not
the
based
same
on the
goal
past
to
5
fix
seasons.
up the
It's based on the
same.
past season. It's not based on the past
But
5 seasons.
that's where I think where FIFA do it. They do like take history into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if it was purely based If it was purely based
still
on the
has it.
season.
No.
always has
But
like
this is where the FIFA they get it all wrong because David De Gea the last 5 seasons has been best goalkeeper in the world. Had a shocking season last season and has gone down from an 89 rated to an 84, 85.
86,
So
yeah.
like 86. So like you know what I mean? Like an 86. I don't know if we're taking into account the seasons before,
Well,
then he deserves to be an 88.
let's move on
last
to
season,
De Gea now then. 86 De Gea.
I think it's fair, bro. I think it's
I think
Generous,
it's-
yeah.
that's
I,
perfect.
I
I
also
think
think
that's
it's
good.
I also think it's
Yeah.
perfect.
because he's still a good keeper, but he's
Yeah.
not
He
pushing
fucks up
the high 86. Like
Gang.
86 is there. It's right on the money.
yeah, I agree.
Okay,
I'm looking
88
at
Kante.
I think it's spot on.
I think
it's
spot
spot
on.
on, but if you're taking the
Spot
season
on.
into account, and
Yeah.
and is he a CDM? Because he's
Yeah,
a CDM on
yeah.
this card.
Yeah, he is.
But is he a CDM at Chelsea?
But I think he is playing more in that CDM role now that Frank's
Yeah.
been in.
No, he is.
Yeah,
He's been
But
more
also,
position
like, he didn't
correct
have
now
the
that
best
Also,
Frank's
is
season
in.
getting
last season
ranked.
because he was injured
Has
a
he
lot.
even been playing?
But he's still clearly good enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
No,
Yeah.
I think
when he played, like he goes under the radar still because I don't know, maybe it's because of his personality or something, but he's still one of the best midfielders around.
I agree.
If-
I agree.
Best CDM in the world, I would say.
Yeah, I also do.
yeah, literally. But
Yeah,
when he
if
was
I had to
playing
choose, out of a team of fully fit CDMs, I'd choose Kante still
Yeah.
over
I think
anyone. I think.
Workhorse,
I
solid
agree.
workhorse, gives you
I
what
think
you
we
need.
all would.
Yeah. Okay, 87 Firmino.
Get out of here.
Okay, no,
Get out of
get
here.
Too high.
Too
Too
high.
high.
Too high.
Too high.
Get
Too
My
outta here.
No
defensive
one will
striker,
doubt that.
mate,
Have they got his?
mate,
Have they got his
he's so-
defensive? Have they got his
his-
defense stats at 96 up there? Or
No,
61.
yeah, a 61 defense stature, dude. I don't know.
no, I'm joking. That's
I
crazy.
think boy deserves it. He's so underrated. It's just because he
Ricky,
doesn't
how
score as
can
a
you not
striker.
how can you not
Hi,
score a
hi,
goal
What
at
is
your
his
home
job?
stadium the whole
I
year?
get- Bro,
Not
my
like
thing
he's
is, I
just
don't
chilling
care.
in.
No,
I mean, like he's
no,
stuff. Setting up goals. He's putting people in.
Okay, but
That's
my
what he
thing
does.
is, my thing
That's his
is,
job.
There's
job.
strikers. They're the strikers that can do both.
That's
You've
what
won
I'm
the
saying.
Champions League. You won the
That's what I'm
Premier League.
saying.
Buy a striker that does both. Why?
But they don't
Like,
need a striker that does both when you've got Mane and Salah at the sides. They literally can do everything, and all he has to do is feed them.
I
Like,
agree,
they don't-
Ricky. I get what you're
He
saying.
feeds them. He hardly feeds them.
His assisting ratings are gang high. That's why he deserves
Where
it.
they? Where's the assist? He's not a top assist. He's not a top assister.
I don't know. I just
He's
feel like the guy's good, but he's
For
just
me, he comes through.
The
Comes
hype.
through.
I
I think he
used to rate
deserves
him.
it.
But
Yeah.
No, I used to rate. I still think
But
he's a
I
good
think he's
footballer.
still a good player,
just-
but like
Just
to put him
been
on the same
terrible.
rank as Aubameyang is a bit
Yeah, you can't
ridiculous.
tell me those two are the same. That's for me.
terrible.
That's
No.
ludicrous.
I mean,
Like,
has
he's
been
beat-
done
But
so.
also Firmino's still a very good footballer.
Yeah,
Can't take
yeah,
that.
I agree.
If they had another striker, he would have been dropped, like a decent striker. He wouldn't have been dropped.
But what other striker can do what he does for Liverpool?
Someone they can't
It's
get.
a false nine.
Mbappe.
Okay, yeah, let's not speak about Firmino because the Liverpool fans might get a little bit defensive.
Okay,
to
yeah.
the pun.
Moving on. So I've put the controversial topic of this Ballon d'Or winner. Those three are up next. We have Ronaldo, Messi, Lewandowski. Ronaldo 92, Messi 93, Lewandowski 91. I think we should do all three of these at once.
I think give it all perfect. I'm happy with all of them.
All perfect.
Yeah, I back it.
I think
me,
Me-
they
I think Messi and Ronaldo are perfect. I think Lewandowski could maybe do one more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
if-
gonna
if
say,
anyone-
if we're gonna
if
use
anyone.
that, if we're gonna use that argument of based on last season, then
Yeah, he had a-
Lewandowski should be one more.
I think he's
But
been
it's-
performing though
think
regardless of
90
the last season. I think in his last 3 seasons he's been
I
performing.
agree, but for me, he's still not on the level of Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah,
He's good.
Yeah.
He's probably at the moment. Him and De Bruyne are the two best other players in the world. But those two
Yeah.
are still on another level.
Well, I'm agreeing
Also,
with you in a
it's
sense
a
because
lot
I'm
of
saying
players, they
Messi is
both
perfect.
goals.
Messi is perfect at 93, Ronaldo 92, and Lewandowski as well would also be a 92 for me with Ronaldo.
For me, it's perfect.
You can't rate Ronaldo and Lewandowski on the same level. There's no ways.
Like For me as well, that's what I'm
So
saying.
I think you can. I mean,
no,
maybe
as
I
a-
really dislike
No
Ronaldo.
ways.
So
No
maybe I'm being a
ways.
bit
There's
biased
no-
here, but
I'm with
I
you,
just
Lewandowski and
Kip.
Ronaldo.
like I don't watch
You
Serie A
can-
that much, but Ronaldo shouldn't be one
You can
behind
like-
Messi. There should be a
you
bigger
can
gap
like-
there.
I agree, Kip.
You can't not like Ronaldo.
Yeah,
You
like
can
Ronaldo.
I hate Ronaldo.
Oh,
like
good.
him more,
Oh,
but
come on.
also Ronaldo.
We got Tom Dixon.
I think I have like an irrational hate for Ronaldo. To be honest, like I'll admit it, but I still fuck.
So we've got
I don't think,
Dixon
I think
here.
Lewandowski should be rated higher.
Dixon saying that
Oh, he is
Lewandowski
higher.
is a 92 and Ronaldo 91, saying that Lewandowski's even higher than Ronaldo.
Yeah, I agree
That
with
for
him.
me.
Get in the
I
bin.
think-
And King
Yeah,
Gazza
but
agreeing
I
with him.
Especially
To be honest, I
Juventus
don't think
at
many of
with
us
sorry,
watch Serie A week in, week out either.
Yeah,
so we
I
can't,
agree,
like,
Kip.
But Ronaldo
give,
is
like,
producing-
proper ratings,
like, he's
that.
still producing top quality stats.
Oh, is
Yeah,
Ronaldo-
he is.
Yeah, but so I don't know. So are lots of other people. It doesn't make him.
If you want to
one
look at
behind
stats, you
Messi.
can go look at Lewandowski there, then we can chat about stats.
Yeah, dude, but Lewandowski is also playing with a crazy amount of ballers. Good coach, good team. You know, at Juventus there you can see it shaking under sorry. That's what it's into. You see. You see.
For me, I
And he's
think
still
it's,
securing those bags.
if anything, maybe you can put Lewandowski up to 92, but I'd still say that Messi and Ronaldo are a level ahead of him.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
That's a
Mark.
fair statement.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So then
That's
bump,
fair.
bump Messi up to 94, Ronaldo to 93, Lewandowski to 92. I think-
I think that's
what-
fair, actually.
That's what it has to be. But I just think Messi's one ahead of Ronaldo, and Ronaldo's one ahead of anyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
same,
a
yeah.
fair comment. That's
Yeah,
a fair
fair.
same,
comment.
yeah. I agree with you there. That's yeah. Okay, I get you. Okay, should we move
That's
on
sensible.
then? We've got our United Warriors here, Mr. Bruno Fernandes and Pog Breezy.
Can I just say something about this Bruno Fernandes thing?
Yeah,
As-
watch what you
as-
say, John.
As good
Watch
as he
what you
was,
say.
as good as he was, no. And I don't. I'll call him out right now. This guy is a quality footballer, and what he's done for United is crazy. Because he has done good stuff for United, obviously. But even though these penalty stats are a bit shaky, but he has apart from the goals and stuff, he's made a big difference to United, the way United play,
Sure.
and everything goes through him. He like pulls lots of strings. But for this man to be an 87 rated
Too hard.
card
Way
from
too
for
hard.
half a season,
85.
for half a
85.
season in the Premier
Honestly,
League,
it's honestly ridiculous.
for
If
half
you-
a season in the Premier League.
Dude, yeah, that's
If he
unreal.
stayed in Portugal, he would have pulled the same numbers he pulled because he at his 6 months at Sporting and his 6 months at United, his numbers were like exactly the same.
Yeah,
If it
Yeah.
if it stayed at Sporting, he would have been 85 card.
yeah. That's
But
what I'm
because he
saying.
came to
Bruno Fernandes
This is
85.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think-
too,
Yeah,
he's too,
too
way
high.
too high.
Too
I,
high.
Hasn't
I
been
also,
that-
I also think
I mean,
Pog, I
that's-
also think Pogba's too high. Pogba's 86. I think Pogba should be 85 with Fernandes.
I
him
think
and Fernandes
Pogba is getting
Mm.
disrespect
I
on
think-
that front.
I
dude.
think
Pogba
That's
should
Yeah,
get-
I agree with
I think he's a
Ricky,
quality footballer. I just think his attitude isn't so good.
Yeah,
getting better.
you see, yeah,
But-
yeah, but you can't rate a player based off of his attitude. He's still he's a baller.
Jordan as a footballer is 86 with Pogba. No ways. Get out of here. Him,
Way too high, dude. Way too
he was
high.
instrumental in Liverpool's win. Don't take anything away from what he's done. But FIFA card is
In terms of footballers.
that's chemistry and all the other stuff with his Liverpool players. That can come into put him an extra million on
Yeah.
chemistry, like boost his
Yeah.
chemistry just because you want to.
As far as football goes, there's no
For the
ways he's
football
touching.
ability, 86, one less than Aubameyang. Same as Pogba.
Nah,
Yeah, no.
nah,
It's
that's not it.
Like an
Yeah.
84, 82 card. Like that's what he says.
Yeah, yeah, back
Like
then.
an
Okay.
84, like, but yeah.
Alexander
him on-
Arnold. We move on. 87 right
I think
back.
it's fair.
I think it's perfect.
I think it's fair.
Fair,
That is-
perfect.
fair.
Yeah.
He's for the gang,
He's
And-
and
quality.
he's also
His counterpart, Mr. Robbo.
Same.
87 right left
Actually,
back.
I think Robertson's an 86. In
I also
my
think
opinion.
so.
I think
Yeah, I
86.
think
Yeah.
Trent
That's
should be.
six.
I think,
bit
I
better
just
than
don't
he's
think
very
he's doing the same as what Trent is offering for Liverpool on the left as what Trent's offering on the right.
but Trent
It's
also
just-
Unpopular
that-
opinion. Unpopular opinion. Tierney's a better left back than Robertson. Unpopular opinion.
Yeah, John T, to
No,
be
that's
honest, I'm
very
there with you.
unpopular, dude. That's very unpopular.
I think-
I'll
Let
tell
it
you that now.
let it be
No, no, no.
unpopular. Let
That
it be
is
unpopular.
very, very unpopular.
Time
I'm there with
will tell for
I'll
that.
sit
I
there
still
with you,
think
John T.
I
Sit
still
there
think
and
it's
be
a bit
unpopular.
early though. I still
No
think you gotta
way.
give.
Stuart,
keep
he
playing
came
left
into the team at shambles and he bossed up. Like he's done so much for us.
He's
Just him.
quality, but he needs to consistently do it for a while for that statement to be accurate.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, I back you.
No,
I back you.
the statement has potential to develop into that, but I think at
Yeah,
the moment,
yeah.
he's
Oh yeah,
very
no,
good.
I'm not.
He's- but
Dude, I would play him
Robbo,
over.
Robbo's consistently performed for a long time now, which you have to give him
Yeah,
credit for
okay,
that.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Very good for
Fair
him.
enough. Fair enough. I
Okay.
think Tierney will be. Let me remake my statement there. I think Tierney will be a better right back than left back than Robertson.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Okay, moving on
Who
to
plays
this
for
next.
Scotland at left back?
The next
What did you
Liverpool
say?
player that we have up here is Van Dijk, rated 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid.
He's
I think
quality.
it's perfect.
I'll give
I
it
think
to
it's
him.
perfect.
I think it's fine.
90
Yeah.
rated,
Yeah.
that's solid.
Mm,
Okay.
I wouldn't even be angry if it was a bit higher, to be honest.
as
Yeah, I
well.
agree.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't.
think it
Definitely
slaps it on the
up there.
head, dude. 90. I don't think he's a 91.
Because if you, like, for me, looking at De Bruyne and Lewandowski at 91, I know it's different positions,
Yeah.
but their 90 is fair for him.
I think 90 is spot on. I think 90
Yeah.
is spot on.
Mm.
Okay. Mark, Harry Kane, 88. Perfect, I think.
I think it's pretty fair.
Yeah, I think that's a fair
It's
rating
fair.
for him.
Mm.
I just
I-
think Aubameyang should be a little bit
Yeah,
I think
how-
Aubameyang-
how can
higher.
you not put
Aubameyang
him and
and
Aubameyang
Aguero
in?
should all be in bets, in my opinion.
I think, yeah.
Mm,
Maybe
mm,
Aguero and
yeah.
Aubameyang swap. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there, Mark.
Like very different players, but in terms of like rating, same level, I'd say.
I think all
Mm.
three of them should be the same. For what they,
But
for what they
obviously,
offered,
there's only one blood clot.
Okay.
for what they offered, what they offered their team,
Blood clot,
I
young.
think
So, we have a question from Dixon, but I'll get to it at the end. So let's just keep moving on so we can get to it so we have enough time. Chelsea's 3 players all rated 85. Havertz, Ziyech, Werner. I think they're
I
all.
think Werner should be a
I think
bit
that's
higher.
fair.
to be
I
honest.
think Werner should also be a bit higher, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Making a
I
top
think
5
Werner
goal
should be-
scorers in Europe, getting 85 definitely should be rated higher than that.
I think so too.
And I
Because you're
think
putting him at the same level as
Maybe,
Henderson.
but I'm not angry with those ratings. I think
yeah,
they're all
I think
pretty
they're
okay.
perfect.
Werner
I think
could be a
Havertz-
little bit higher.
I think maybe Havertz could be one less. He still is only 21. Like I know.
Yeah,
he
I agree with
performed
that as well. I
But I
think.
don't know if 85 out the blocks, like it's his first decent card
Yeah.
almost.
I think he has a potential to be.
If anything, that's
Uh,
why I would say that he deserves to be rated 85 because he is 21 and he's performing.
You
so
must
well.
also remember with Ultimate Team, which is where all these cards actually like matter. I mean, that's what FIFA is basically. Havertz, if Havertz gets some sort of special card, they're gonna have to boost him from 85, and boosting someone from 85. I mean, if he gets a really big whatever promo it is, if he gets a really big boost in his card, he could get to like 90, 95, 96, and that's just crazy in my
Dude,
eyes.
I'm
to
pretty
be
sure I've
honest.
seen people that have like 70 cards get boosted to like 90.
Yeah, but that's specific promotions. That's like crazy stuff.
Then just give him a
I
specific
think
one to boost it to 90 as well.
I think he's an 84 in my opinion. But
Yeah, he's still young. Homies have just come from, some random team in the Bundesliga. I think 85 is a bit too big on his first start.
Okay, I'll put him in too high. Put him in too high. Majority has
if you
spoken.
look at what Ziyech has done over the past 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I think he's been a wizard with that left foot. So
yeah.
for me, I would go Havertz at 84.
Okay, Mark, this is the 2 players that you wanted to speak on in particular. Thiago and Henderson. Thiago rated 85, Henderson 86.
That's so delusional. Like, it's so
That is the worst-
confused.
That is like the
By
most
anyone who watches soccer, they can
disrespectful thing
see.
I've ever seen in my life.
I think Hendo's too
Thiago-
high and Thiago's perfect. I think 85 for
I
Thiago
think
is
Thiago's
perfect.
too low, mate.
No,
Thiago is
I
a-
think Thiago should be rated.
I think
a bit higher.
Thiago deserves a bit
I
more.
think he could be an 87.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Henderson's spot on, and Thiago's should be an 87 or
No,
88 rated.
80,
But
86
Thiago is
to
too low.
Henderson.
Too high.
Yeah.
Henderson
I think
is
See,
Oh,
that
no,
O
no,
pulled
no.
that O
Henderson
pulled
should
some other strings for Liverpool last season, guys. Not just his leadership.
Yeah,
If you watch that
doesn't
guy's
mean that
distribution and
he's
stuff,
a
he was
footballer.
mad last
He's,
season.
that's lit, but like that doesn't mean that he suddenly becomes a better footballer than Thiago.
No, I didn't
Because he
say that.
pulled.
I said Thiago must be 87 or 88, and Hendo is fine at 86.
yeah.
I still think it's too
I
high,
still think
dude.
Majority votes
for-
Henderson too high, Thiago too low. De Bruyne 91, perfect. I think it hits
Perfect.
on the head.
Perfect. Yeah.
that is
Benzema-
undisputed.
Can't argue.
Benzema 89, too high. I think that's too high.
Nah,
Maybe an 88.
no
I think
ways.
once I-
No ways. King Benzema. There's no ways. Dude, that guy has scored.
Ricky likes him because he drives nice cars and he has a nice house.
And he can just play good soccer. Like he plays such good footy. telling
Aubameyang is
you, he
rated
deserves-
88 though, correct? Hey, Aubameyang is
87.
87.
87.
So,
Yeah,
do you
87.
think that Benzema is rated 89 if Aubameyang's 87?
You think he's a better striker than Harry Kane and Aubameyang?
You think
Get
he's
out of here.
You think he's
Yeah.
you're
I
no
think
ways.
I think he's a more attractive striker. Like he's
high.
greater to watch because
His
such a
beard is
good.
clean, he's more attractive.
I think we gotta watch out
Yeah,
for
He's, but he
Okay.
is, he's a handsome guy. He's a handsome
Lads,
homie.
I want to move us on to our last FIFA card here that we have in the ratings. It's a very special mention. I don't know if anyone managed to get it open there, but they will see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a-
I see it.
Striker rated 80, all the way from South Africa, playing for Arsenal. We have President Chicken.
Yay!
Let me
Look at
read
that.
these stats out here. We have 45
Zero
pace,
physicality.
60
Spot
shots,
on.
60 passing, 3 dribbling, 40 defense, and 100 physicality.
Ah!
Spot on.
When
Spot
we go
on.
back to archives on
Spot on.
Ellis Park, you'll see my dribbling
Ricky,
should be at least
Ricky,
80. At least 80.
Ricky, we're talking about your dribbling, not how you get dribbled, bro.
Yes. Physicality
I can't believe
100.
that.
Physicality
Oh,
100.
yeah. Like to see
From what
that.
I've seen, that shooting
Skills. 3.
from those chicken feet I saw in Ellis Park, that shooting stat, that
Dude,
shooting
I'm like a
stat is
Firmino. I'm like a Firmino. I don't really shoot, I distribute rather. That's why that skill.
that shooting
Ah,
stat should
dude.
be a 20 or something. 'cause yeah,
If they hit him with that 80, shim.
This is nonsense. I'm getting done so dirty.
it should be a non-rare 80. I don't know why you found this rare card, but it's definitely a non-rare 80.
Yeah,
Yeah, those stats don't quite add up.
but it's, you know what? We do what we do. It's always cooking at the camp. We always training. We always improving. We're gonna
Ricky's
get
got
that
a-
card up.
He's got a negative 3-star weak foot.
Ah! How is that even possible?
Okay,
It just
should we
is.
move on to our goals of the week then, hey? I think they were both from the same game. The one being Salah's top right bins there, and the other one being Klick's little semi-volley there, was it, eh? I've got a video out here. Let me
Yeah.
play it in the background there.
Such a so good.
Rick's so good. I think he's
Yeah.
like
I,
probably one of the lesser known guys in the Leeds team, but
yeah.
I think he's going to be one of the like
He's an
better players
engine,
in
bro.
the Premier League.
He just runs.
I think Henderson's. I
He's
mean,
going
Harrison's
straight
goal-
to my fantasy as
yeah,
well.
And I had him
I
in my
think
that-
fantasy. I took him out. I'm so bleak.
Kif, don't say that, bro. You wanna win the London Confidential Fantasy, you know? We might have some
You
sneaky
can't be
prizes.
giving him pointers.
We might
I
be
think
winning
that
some
has-
sneaky
No,
prizes.
but
Harrison
because he's on
Football as
pins,
well.
that's all. That's the thing. It's like a no-brainer.
Kif, you can't be telling this to our fans, yeah?
Ah,
So I'm not worried about losing. Don't.
Kim!
I don't remember the last time Kif beat me in the fantasy league season.
beat
Well,
anyone in this game,
let's
but
have a
like-
look at those
So I
fantasies there.
definitely won. Yeah, I won.
We have two
Maybe
sec-
like 2012.
we have
two.
we have two sections here that we need to cover before we finish off with some questions. I'm just looking at the time. We need to speed it up a little bit here. So Kif, let's look at the top three here. Kif with his team coming first, Michael second, then Clinton Mustard in third. Two members from the Confidential in the top three there. Well done, lads. And then there's Kif's team that's currently winning at the moment.
Yeah, there's still a game and a half to play.
Yeah,
Right?
he still has Ryan from Brighton to play, Werner from Chelsea to play, so there's still some points to, up for grabs there.
That's a counteractive one.
Yeah,
got
and
Ryan
Reece
on
James.
and
I
Werner
think
on
Reece
top.
James is going to get some points as well.
Oh, here we go.
You reckon, eh?
This debate. There's right back at
Reece
the
Reece
league.
James,
Here we go with
if
this
he's
one.
not on
There's
your
right back at
team,
the league.
no, you need. I think he's so good. I genuinely think he's one of, out of all Chelsea's academy like products.
Kif,
he's
I didn't
up
hear you there. Did you
No.
say Maitland-Niles is better? I didn't hear you quite.
That's a fact. If you did say that, you are
Can't
right.
even speak of them in the same breath.
Oh, wow. I think we should have a vote on that one. I think we should have a vote on
No,
that one.
genuinely.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles, are you kidding me?
Ainsley.
No way.
Because
Mate,
he's
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
he doesn't play right back.
Hi,
Yeah,
bro,
well,
when
that's
did-
because
when
he
last did
he's
James
so versatile. He just plays wherever, marks Salah, marks De Bruyne, you know, just does what he needs to do.
In his
Wins man of the
pocket.
match 2 times in those games, and then gets an England caller. But I mean, maybe Reece James is still playing for the England under 20s, but you can call me out on that one.
I back that.
Okay, John T.
Versatile. You
I'm
use
gonna have to interrupt
versatile,
you
but
guys.
it's just because he can't fix his own position. He's not good enough to play a single position.
Okay, John, so up
But
on the
we'll
screen,
see.
we have you and Michael's beautiful faces with your score predictions for the next weekend. Do you want to run us through what you've, with your little idea here that we have with the score predictions?
So basically, what we've come up with is an idea that we're gonna have a. Yo, am I glitching here? That we're gonna have. It's gonna be like a King of the Mountain predictions kind of race. So we have 2 guys going head to head. They predict the scores without obviously speaking to each other, which is quite weird because you'll see mine and Michael's are quite similar. But you don't speak to each other, and then we'll work on a point system sometime during this week, and then whoever wins the most points or gets closest with predictions, they'll stay for the next week, and then someone else on the channel will come in and challenge them, and then so on and so forth, kind of thing.
So it's going to be everyone against me, eh?
How are we working the
Hey.
final winners? Is it last man standing or the guy with the longest streak?
I don't know.
I think longest most wins.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah,
chat.
most
We'll have to chat
Yeah.
between us for how the points are gonna
Yeah.
work and get back to everyone. We don't have enough time at the moment. The one thing that I wanted to ask was, Mark, you think Man United's gonna draw to Crystal Palace? Give us 10
Back,
seconds on that
Michael.
choice.
Back.
I just think Palace look decent. I think that game always has a lot of goals in it. You haven't seen United yet, so I was just pulling one out of the draw there. Obviously United haven't played yet. But Palace, I don't know, they always seem to come up with goals against United. I think they beat them twice last season, if I'm not mistaken. They definitely beat them at Old Trafford. So yeah, I went for a high scoring draw. See
Okay,
what
cool.
happens.
And then just on that, that's all the content that we've prepared. So thanks everyone for coming out. Let's take some questions. There's some that I've stacked up here from Dixon. He's got quite a few for us.
Of course, this guy's
He wants to know our thoughts on Alphonso Davies. The man is rated 81, but he's a top 3 left back in the world. Surely he's got to be an 85 rated.
I think that's a bit too much of a jump. He performed well in a few games. I think give him a bit more time.
He's very good.
Yeah, and I think it was his first proper season as well. So you
Yeah.
can't
This season,
jump
like his
too
first
quickly.
card on the game, I think you can't really complain. Like it's his first decent card on the
Yeah.
game. 81 first season. I won't be surprised if he has another good season and he gets bounced to like
And
86
goes
or
up.
87.
Yeah.
But it all depends how he performs. But I think for now it's a pretty fair card. As
Mm.
long as his pace is 90 plus, then he's sorted.
Yeah, that Bayern team's gonna be so OP to play with.
Mad.
Madness.
What else have we
Okay.
got there, Jason?
I see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that I've missed here. Maybe that we can go back to.
Surely
Mark,
Bale's
we
card
have-
has to come up.
We have.
Yes, please. Can we talk about Bale's card? That
I don't know
doesn't
what
even
his
make
card's
any sense.
rated though. Anyone know what his card's rated?
79.
Oh, I think that was a fake. It was I don't know. I've
It
seen
had
it
I
to.
out
think
at,
that's a fake.
No,
I've seen it out at like 84, I think, or something. I'm not too sure.
It hasn't.
But
I don't think it's been
Yeah.
released yet.
when I saw that
Kev, go look
79,
on. Kev, go look on Football.
Yeah, I'll look.
when I saw that 79,
I'm
I was
doing
like,
that now.
that's
That
okay.
would be
can't
rude
get
if
the
it
That'd be
was
too
79.
disrespectful.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
surely.
guy,
Yeah.
I honestly think he's the most disrespected footballer in the world. Like,
Oh,
Definitely.
fact.
Yeah,
Fact.
I'd agree with that.
this guy has like
Has to be.
That
he was literally-
2013 season he has was like one of the best in Premier League history, I think.
yeah, but
One
Yeah,
even
of
this
the
crazy.
at Madrid, he's literally scored in like so many cup finals. He scored in the Champions
of
League
the
final.
games
He
with
praised
even to
against
score.
Liverpool. He was in that team that won it 3 years in a row. Like for me, he's so disrespected. But it all
Yeah.
comes down to his relationship with Zidane and how it's all
It's
happened
not
from
key.
like Madrid.
We have the chat
but-
complaining because Ricky is rated higher than Bale. They want justice for Bale.
What can we
I don't
say?
know.
Like, I'm not the one who makes the ratings. I just perform. You know, I
100
just produce results.
physicality. 100
Nothing else I can do.
physicality.
Physicality, mate. Oh,
Physicality.
You know,
100.
Ricky.
ain't nobody taking the ball from me, boy.
No.
Okay, lads, is that it, eh? Anything else? No more questions? Covered all that we have to say for this week?
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Nah,
I
that's
guess
lit.
we're all gonna go log off, go watch the Chelsea game, see what happens, and report back next
One
week
one
for the same thing, eh?
1-1 draw.
It's not 1-1. It can't be.
All I know is next week, Arsenal boys still smiles on our faces. Chelsea boys frowns on their faces. Calling it now.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just hold it.
It's gonna be very interesting to see the dynamic on this thing, because if two clubs win, and the other one loses, then there's gonna be some sour faces
It's gonna
and some
be
really
a
happy
very
faces.
rough time in the
Gonna
chat, and
crazy.
especially if it's
As
Chelsea
long
that
as the
loses,
game is
because I have
fair.
to be here every single week in and week out, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I'll call in absence if
I
Arsenal
can't,
lose.
I can't leave if
Facts,
something
big
happens,
facts.
dude. And knowing Chelsea, they're gonna do their thing, so I'm gonna be having some rough weeks ahead of me. So.